Welcome to Christian Boot Camp. This video is about training ourselves as warriors. We are in boot camp. Not to even look at wicked things. And there's going to be two verses to consider in this Bible. Psalm 101, 3, I'm going to do 3 through 4. And Job 31, 1. So let's read Psalm 101, 3 through 4. I will set nothing wicked before my eyes. I hate the work of those who fall away. It shall not cling to me. Now, if you think about it, if you look at something wicked and people who are falling away, and let's say they're running schemes and they're cheating people, or they're lustful and they're doing lustful things or dressing inappropriately, and you look at that, if you look at it through your eyes, there is a possibility that it will cling to you. And what does that mean? The memory of it. The memory of it can cling to you. And this type of memory can come to you in the middle of the night or when you're in the prayer closet trying to worship. And it can be, the demons know all this. And I think that the fallen angels had an ability to possibly put thoughts into our mind to keep us, the intention was to keep us walking with God and to give us good ideas, and they abused it and rebelled against the Most High God. But if we continue, a perverse heart shall not depart from me. No, a perverse heart shall depart from me. I will not know wickedness. And when you think about what the word know means, in the Bible, when Archangel Gabriel announced to Mary that she was going to have a baby, she said, how can that be? I have not known man. The word know in biblical translations implies intimacy. And here it says, I shall not know wickedness. When we sin and we allow it, we are intimate with wickedness. We are having an intimacy with wickedness. And the Bible here is teaching us, don't, there's a warning. Don't look at it. And your eyes are the lamp. And when you look at, I think it's Psalm 19, you look at the commandments, it'll bring light to your eyes. And it brings light to your whole being. But what you look at and do evil, that also can cling to you. Now, when we look at Job, in the Bible, the book of Job, Job 31:1, and I'm reading from the NIV translation here. Job says, I made a covenant with my eyes not to look lustfully at a girl. For what is man's lot from God above, his heritage from the Almighty on high? Is it not ruined for the wicked, disaster for those who do wrong? So basically that Job was a righteous man, and he had a hedge of protection around him until the devil wanted to take it down, and God gave him permission. But even Psalm 91 says, he who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. And what that means is abiding in the heart, the Holy Spirit living in your heart, and not wanting to offend God. And when Job knew this. Well, yeah, if I start looking lustfully at a girl, the idea comes into my mind, and then I start thinking about it. And Jesus said, I think it was in Matthew, if you look lustfully at someone, you've committed adultery in your heart. And the heart is wicked, and out of it brings the well forth of life. So basically, sin just doesn't happen. You allow it to happen by what you look at and what you consent. Okay, that's good. And then it takes a root in your heart and becomes sin eventually. But even that in your heart, we're going to be judged by our hearts. We don't want anything wicked in our hearts. So I would really suggest that you meditate on these two scriptures and keep your eyes. And then Psalm 19 will have a good one too to add to this. The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes. And that's Psalm 19:8. And basically, okay, if you don't look at the girl lustfully, or don't look at the guy lustfully, if you look at the commandments, it's going to bring light to your eyes. So Psalm 19 is such a rich psalm. So I'll put that in there as well. But as we're here on this earth, we want to think about God, we want to be obedient to God, and we do not want to give the enemy a foothold by what we look at, because what we look at, we allow. And if we look at somebody lustfully and it's adultery in our heart, the heart is wicked above all things. And we don't want to put that seed in our heart. I hope this is helpful. This is why, now, this is not necessarily a commandment. This would be like a statute. This would be like advice from God. And my goodness, don't we want to follow it? We want to be obedient. And when you are obedient to the Holy Spirit, you will prove yourself trustworthy, and you will be given more. I hope this is helpful. Thank you so much.